Aloha, everyone. I don't know if you can see, but there are two cows back there. I'm calling them Velma and Louise. On behalf of National Women's Day, happy National Women's Day, everyone. I'm honored to make this video. Velma and Louise, I think, is an iconic film with two iconic actresses whom I both admire. And, pardon me, here, compromise. And there are leagues of iconic women that have yet to be discovered. And yet, despite their anonymity, they're still doing what they do to be themselves and to be a testament to the feminine principle that is inherent in all of nature. So that will segue into what I'm inspired to talk about, is mothers. My mother in particular. She was a force to be reckoned with, indeed. She would switch between personalities at any given moment, sometimes staying locked in one personality for days at a time, and I'd be tortured with that. But you know, everything that is afflicting us is guiding us as well. And I see that now, and I honor the boy who lived through all of that to get me to this point. That child took one on the chin so that I could be here. So I live an amazing life on his behalf as well, because he deserves it. He's earned it. And that is the child that I continue to foster in my own heart, which is my unfolding awareness to my growing compassion for others in this life, which started off the negative of that at the beginning of my journey. But to get back on the choo-choo train of thought, despite having to be the bad guy, my mom sacrificed to bring me up in a way that she deemed would give me the best shot at life. She couldn't give me money, she couldn't give me a college education, but she gave me all of herself in how to deal with people from the top to the bottom and be friends with everyone, because you never know who you'll need, and it's all part of a network that is dependent upon each other. Yeah, my mom's pretty amazing, and she and I have this wonderful friendship. We're best friends. I love her to pieces, and I am dedicating this to her, in fact. And yes, she has read the book and loved it. Well, hey. My mom used to say back in my Hollywood days, or if I would go to an audition, I would say, I'm the best actor in Hollywood today. You don't believe me, just ask my mother. Anyway, I digress. So, she separated me at an early age from my dad when they divorced, because he was a musician and kind of lived the musician's lifestyle, which wasn't congruent with trying to raise a child. And so at the time, I grew up without a father influence. It was other people who came into my life, other men that acted as liaisons for what the father principles entail, like learning how to shave or whatever. But my dad was definitely someone I loved, and yet my mother would always made me feel guilty for visiting him, restricted me from seeing him, but she would also explain her reasoning too, and part of me, though I didn't like it, at least started to get an idea of what she was trying to do, which was to get me to venture away from his same track. You know, I asked my mother recently, I said, did you know that you would ultimately be raising a bachelor? I've never married, never had kids. And she said, yeah, of course. I always knew you would be that way. But I wanted to get at, instill principles right from the very foundation of who you will become, and in spite of these things. And it's just a mother's unconditional love. So the way that I honor her and other women is by acting accordingly. And I have been in some wonderful long-term relationships through all the vicissitudes of what relationships go through, good and bad. And I've grown from them, and I'm thankful for the women who gave a part of their life to help another life form like me grow. So, same energy, channel it back to what you want to intend. So, here we go. I live a life that's somewhat solitary, but it's never solitary because I have a relationship and a dialogue with nature. My head is in the stars and my body is the earth. Who said that? I guess I did. So I'm always at home alone. I grew up kind of alone and always entertaining myself. And my mom's, all her friends were in their 70s, 80s, and 90s. So there was nobody for me to go and play with, nor were there any Nintendos sitting around at the ready. It was like throwing sticks in the backyard and whatever, but I still enjoy that, by the way. In honor of the mistakes that are never mistakes, because I've made it my mission in life to grow from mistakes, and so they are not mistakes but opportunities for growth. And I honor what these ladies have gone through when I was being irrational, and their patience and understanding, and that is what the female mystique is. The female understands relationships and how to prioritize, and that's why we give praise to our Mother Earth, because everything is born from the Earth's body, just as it is. We are born from our mother's body, and is sustained by her body, just as the child is sustained from the mother's very body. So earth magic and woman magic are the same. The universe, you might say, is the womb of the mother goddess. And everything is always being created in the womb, with the male energy as a, you might say, a presence that comes and strikes